Recently, we had a guy from the Oregonian come and do an article, and as he was going around interviewing residents, he was asking questions like, do you feel pressured by them as a religious organization, or do you feel like they're trying to push religion on you? And hearing stories time and time again from people that we didn't even know were in the community or that we had come in contact with. They were coming up to us and telling us how this guy from the Oregonian had interviewed them, and like all they could say was how excited they were that there were people from a church here who were excited about the same thing that they were, and that's their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Or managers saying, no, they don't pressure people at all. They are there, and it's obvious that they're Christians and they are here to share their faith with people, but they haven't pressured anyone in any way. And as a result of that guy asking residents, one guy who had lived here since before we moved in and never came to a community dinner and never opened the door when we would knock on it to invite people to the dinners, who was interviewed by the Oregonian, and he decided after that to come and knock on our door and introduce himself. And it's like, hey, I've lived here this whole time, ignored you guys when you came to the door, didn't feel comfortable going out, but whatever you guys are doing, whatever church you're from, like, don't stop doing it. It's obvious that God is doing something here. From the time you guys moved in, and I started getting invitations on my door, I started seeing a change in the community. And where it was constantly loud and fights going on a regular basis, I can tell that it's quieted down. And a couple weeks ago, I was sitting in bed and just realizing again how quiet it was, and the only thing I could think of was there's got to be people in apartment 117 who are praying, or churches that are praying for this area. And again, it was a guy that we had never made a connection with, who was seeing God doing something, and to the point where he couldn't hold it in any longer. He had to go say, hey, whatever you guys are doing, God's making a difference. And he is a Christian who's gone through some hard times, but it's exciting to hear testimonies like that, especially people that you don't even know that you've made an impact in their lives, who are seeing not you but what God is doing.